This video is a bit different from our regularly scheduled programming, but stay, please. I want to give you a glimpse of me, a glimpse of Imani or Yani or whatever you want to call me. Hello, hi, welcome. Today's video is going to be about the 6 best books that I've read this year. And I've read quite a few books this year. I read 30 books this year so far. 30, yes. And I want to recommend the best 6 that I've read in that pile of 30. The only 6 books that I gave a 5-star rating. So if you're new here, get comfortable because trust me, you'll love it here. Trust me, you'll love it here. And if you're returning, hello, my favorite humans. I hope you are having a great day. You know the deal. You know what we're going to get into. You know the antics. You know all of it. So let's just get into the video. If I'm being honest, I only have 2 physical copies of the books I want to recommend, but I'll provide pictures. But anyway, the first book that I actually want to recommend is We Should All Be Millionaires by Rachel Rodgers. I think I've read this book like 6 or 7 times this year. She breaks down the path to be a millionaire so precisely. Like, there are many ways to be a millionaire, but the true path to be a millionaire is to believe in yourself. I know that sounds cliche, but she breaks it down better than me. I love how she talks about her relationship with money as a child to her being an adult, and how she, instead of her having to sacrifice, she made a way for herself and her family to get the things that she wanted to make her life easier, so she is able to make more money. She just breaks down so many different tactics and ways for you to make money and for you to be a millionaire as well. Me saying I've read this book 6 or 7 times, I should be a millionaire by now, right? But I'm not. Oh God. Anyway, in the later part of the book, like in part 2, I believe, she breaks down, let me read it so I won't like look stupid or sound stupid. Part 1 is about millionaire behavior. Part 2 is about your millionaire roadmap, about pricing, value, teams, dollar systems, and your dollars now. That's part 2. That's actually my favorite book. I really enjoyed this book. If you want to be a millionaire, I think you should definitely read this book, even just for entertainment purposes. She's hilarious. She is hilarious. So I think you should read this book. The way she just breaks down things. She just talks about so many pop culture references in here to make it relate to all demographics of people, even though this is mostly targeted towards Black women and Black people in general, but mostly Black women. But even if you're not a Black woman, you would still love this book. So give it a try. Okay. The second book that I want to recommend, I don't have the physical copy of, but I can insert a picture here. It's Grown Women by Sarai Johnson. Her book was amazing. It was extraordinary. Without me giving away a ton of spoilers and key facts about the book is basically following 4 generations of women from the great-grandmother to the great-granddaughter, and how them being raised by their mothers affected them in the long run. I just love how deep she gets into each character, their background, their relationships with their mother, and their relationships with their daughter, and just their individual relationships outside of them being mothers and daughters as well. I could not put this book down. Like, I listened to it during my walks. I listened to it before I went to bed. I listened to it when I was in the shower. I just could not put this book down. It's such a fresh generational story to tell, because just seeing these women go through their lives, dealing with their moms, and seeing how their moms affected the way they raised their own daughters, I love it, because for one, I can relate to it. Even though I don't know much about my great-grandmother or my mother's mother, or not even really my mom per se, I can just relate to the women in the story. I can just relate to all the mothers in the stories and why they did what they did. If I'm not persuading you to read this book, just please pick it up and read it. It's such a good book. And even if you don't want to read it because of my synopsis, you should just read it because of the freaking cover. Look how aesthetically pleasing this cover is. It's beautiful. I can't wait to get the physical copy, for one, so I can read it again. And two, just to display it. It's so fucking beautiful. It's so freaking beautiful. I literally just picked it up because of the cover. I didn't even read the synopsis of the book or anything. Anyway, just read the book for yourselves. Read it. Or even listen to the audiobook. Just read it. Okay. My third book is The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. I have heard about this book through so many different sources, and though I've been meaning to read it, like it's been on my TBR list for years, I didn't pick it up until earlier this year. And then he recommended The Secret because he said he made his kids read that book growing up, and it changed their lives, and now his kids are my age and they're successful and house owners and they're traveling the world. A few months later, I saw the book. I picked up the book and I read it, and I read it 3 times since the first time I read it. It's an amazing book. It's about how you can change your perspective of the world, how you can manifest certain things. The book is basically about manifestation and how you could change your reality based off what you want and how to manifest these things. My relationship with manifestation has evolved since reading it. I don't just say I want something and just expect it to like fall into my lap. I want something and I make it clear in my mind what I want, and I take steps in my life so that this thing can line up with me and come to me. Another thing that I learned is if you want something, if you are like desperate for something to come to you, it's not going to come to you, because that's desperate energy.
I can't relate to desperation.
You know how desperate people give you like the ick, and you're just like, gross, I don't want him or her because she's like super desperate. That's basically the same with manifestation. If you're so desperate for a car or so desperate for money, you're never going to get it, because the desperate energy is like repelling the thing that you want away from you. Since reading that book, manifestation and law of attraction and everything else I learned in that book, I see it differently now, and I'm taking steps in my life to get the things that I want without seeming desperate.
Desperation.
I recommend the book. I recommend you read it. I gave such a vague description of it, but you should still read it. Read the book, The Secret. My fourth book, I also don't have a physical copy of because I didn't want the hardcover. She always takes a year to release the paperbacks because she wants people to buy the hardcovers first. The book is Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. Ever since I read Beach Read, I have read every single Emily Henry book every year, but Great Big Beautiful Life is so different from her other books. I just fell in love with the story. I fell in love with the main character. I honestly forgot her name. What's her name? If you love romance like me, because I love romantic novels. I love romantic novels, and I'm actually surprised that there aren't that many romantic novels on this list. I've really been into literary fiction lately. I don't know why. But don't get me wrong, I still love myself a great romantic novel. The protagonist, Alice, I'm not gonna lie, she's written like most of Emily Henry's protagonists, but I don't know, it's just something about Alice and her charm that drew me in, and her willingness to get something done. I just love it. I love it so much. And the way Emily Henry told this story, the way she wrote it, it's coming from different perspectives, different timelines, and I really love that. I don't know why I love that so much, but I love time skip or time jump books, but I love how different it is from her other books. I love the ending the most out of all her books too. Like the ending, I was like, oh my god, I can relate so much. If you're an Emily Henry fan and you have not read Great Big Beautiful Life yet, pick it up, read it. It's amazing like the rest of her books. Also, if you're just like a romantic novel lover like I am, you'll love it too. It's kind of like an enemy to lover story. I love those too. They're so cliche, but I love them so much. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just pick it up, even if you've never heard of Emily Henry or you're not into romantic novels. I think you'll like it. I really think you'll like it. The next book is Colored Television by Danzy Senna. Oh my god. Oh my god. I really love this book. I really enjoyed this book. I loved it because, like I said, I've really been into literary fiction lately. I've never really been into fiction so much in my life, but this year, me hitting my grown womanhood, fiction has been my cup of tea or my cup of matcha. I have matcha here. It's just a story about a regular person, like living her regular life and dealing with the ups and downs of parenthood, dealing with the ups and downs of being a biracial woman in America, dealing with the ups and downs of being married, figuring herself out even as a mother, even as a spouse, even in her late 30s, she's still trying to figure herself out and figure out her money problems. The book is just so good because you're literally just following a regular person who's trying to just make something out of herself. You're following a regular person who does not want to be regular. Even though the ending, it wasn't my favorite, but it's a realistic ending. It makes you think like, okay, the character, there's more in store for this character. It's a realistic ending, and though, like I said, it wasn't my cup of tea, I can appreciate how the author ended the story. And I also learned a fun little term when it's not a fun term. I don't know if this would insult anyone, but I learned the term mulatto in the book. And I didn't know that term was related to biracial people. The more you know. The more you know. At first, it's like a slow build book. But once the book is like, okay, it's like you went to a restaurant and your appetizer wasn't that great. Then when you got your meal, you're like, oh wow, this is amazing. You have your dessert and the dessert was great too. But then when you're done your dessert, there's this weird aftertaste. That's exactly how the book was. That's how it was for me reading it, at least. At first, the build up is slow and you're just like, oh, I can't. This woman, she's so annoying. But once I stayed and I kept reading, I was like, okay, she's more relatable now. Like her story, I can get with it. But yes, I gave it 5 stars because I just thought it was a great book. Even if I'm not selling you on it because I'm talking a bit of shit about it. It's still a good story. It's still a really good story. And I feel like me, myself, no, I'm not biracial. But I feel like people who are biracial could relate to this story deeply because also in the book, she relates more to her black side than her white side. And she feels like she has to impress the black people who she's around because she's mixed. She's mixed race. So she thinks that they still just see her as this mixed race girl who's just mostly white when she's not. So she's constantly trying to prove her blackness to the black characters in the story. That's enough. That's all I'm saying about that book. I think you should try and read it. If you read it already, let me know how you liked it, or if you agree with me about the ending. Okay, the last and final book that I want to recommend is, I've talked about this book in one of my previous videos. It's Big Magic. I stand by this book. It's Big Magic. Why is it not focusing on the book? Okay, there it is. It's Big Magic by, are you kidding me? Anyway, it's Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert, the same woman who wrote Eat, Pray, Love. I still haven't read that book. And that book has been out since I was a child. I don't know about her other works, but this book really helped me come back to my creative self. This book made me rethink creativity as an adult. This book made me rethink just the relationship between creativity and fear as one, and how I shouldn't be fearful to create. In the book, she basically said, hey fear, me and creativity are going on a road trip. You can come with us, but you're not sitting in the front seat, you're not controlling the radio, and you're not driving. You can sit in the back seat and chill. You can come with us. You're welcome to come, but you're not controlling anything. I appreciate you, and I appreciate your will to protect me, but you're not controlling anything. And I loved how she put it because I could literally imagine fear and creativity as people in the car with me. So if you are a creator, especially an adult creator, and you've been in this rut when it comes to your creativity, anything creative, just read the book. Read the book. I think you'll enjoy it. It's such a great book. I have so many books I like this year, so I want to give 5 honorable mentions. Honorable mention 1, I Almost Forgot About You by Terry McMillan. This book is amazing. I've had this book for a few years. I think I first got it when it came out. And I'm glad I didn't read it when it first came out, because I wouldn't have related to the book at all as as a 21-year-old. I'm glad that I waited until I was older to pick it up, because now I can relate to the main character, Georgia. Her struggles with being older and being a parent and her being lonely. It's a really good book. And honestly, this book really got me into Terry McMillan books. Like, I think I've read 4 Terry McMillan books since I read this book 2 months ago. So, honorable mention 1, I Almost Forgot About You by Terry McMillan. My second honorable mention is In 5 Years by Rebecca Serle. In 5 Years by Rebecca Serle. I probably reread this book every year. And every time I read it, it makes me cry. This book is heartbreaking and it's written so beautifully. I love Rebecca Serle. I'm so excited for her new book release next year. I'm so sad that she didn't release a book this year, but it's because she became a mommy. Congratulations. Anyway, In 5 Years, it's a freaking masterpiece. If you love tearjerkers, you will love this book. And I know this book has been overhyped, but it deserves all the hype because it's such a great book. And for one thing, I went into this book thinking that it was going to be a typical romance book. It's not. I don't even think this can even be considered a romance book. Can it? No, I don't think it is. But anyway, I recommend you read it as well. I didn't put it on my list because I read it every year, so I wanted it to be books that I read for the first time this year. My third honorable mention is Funny Story by Emily Henry. As I said before, I love Emily Henry. I love everything she writes. And if you love Emily Henry like I do, this is number 2 for her best books. Great Big Beautiful Life, that's number 1. Number 2 for me will be Funny Story, and then number 3 for me would be, it's actually right there, Happy Place. Her most recent releases, those are top tier Emily Henry. Her first few releases, they're great. Trust me, they're great. They're the reason I fell in love with her writing in the first place, but her last 3 books that she released, they are freaking amazing. It felt like she pulled from experiences that happened in her own life. Just know that it's witty, and the chemistry between the 2 main characters, top tier. Number 4, I really wanted to add this to my best books that I read this year. 3 Days in June. Honestly, I think I would make this number 7 on my list. I'm going to take it out the honorable mentions list and put it on number 7 for best books that I read this year. This book literally takes place in 3 days in June, and I just love how the story is told from an older woman's perspective. I think she's in her 60s. She is in her 60s. She said it in the book many times, but I love how she's trying to tackle people's opinions of her. This book too is a slow build-up book, but it's quietly emotional. It's such a freaking great book, because in the book, as you're reading through the 3 days, you think that nothing is happening at the beginning. But by the end, you're just like, oh, so much has happened. And you want more. You're just like, I want to know what else happens. But no, it's called 3 Days in June for a reason. You don't know anything that happens after that. Give it a read. I am moving this from honorary mentions to number 7 on the best books I've read this year. And the last thing on my honorary mentions list is Buy Yourself the Damn Flowers by Tam Karu. This book is just like her entire YouTube channel manifested into a hardcover book. When I was reading her book, I could relate so much from the first chapter. I'm not done reading it yet, but I still feel like it should be mentioned. It should be an honorary mention, because just from what I've read so far, it's an amazing book. It's relatable, and she just breaks down self-love and how you shouldn't put your worth in someone else's hands and why you should only put that in your hands. It's basically a perfect book for anyone healing. And for me, I am healing, and I love her YouTube channel, so I feel like the two just go hand in hand. This book is teaching you how to, it's not teaching you, she's just giving, well, technically she is teaching you. It's teaching you how to rediscover yourself and how to love your own company. So if you're dealing with that, I would highly recommend that book. It would have been on my top 5 books that I've read this year, but since I haven't finished it yet, I didn't feel like it was fair. Besides honorary mentions, I also have 3 TBR books that I want to mention because I just got these from Book of the Month and I'm so excited to read these 3 books. Necessary People by Anna, I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but this book, Necessary People. The Second Chance Cinema. When I saw this, I was like, this is giving Midnight Library, like just cinema form. I'm really excited to read this because I enjoy Midnight Library so much. The last book, The 10-Year Affair. I'm so excited to read these 3 books. This isn't sponsored or anything. I've just been a member of Book of the Month since like 2017. I renewed my subscription. These 3 books seem like they're the appropriate 3 books to use to renew my subscription. But anyway, I feel like this video is getting way too long. If you enjoyed the video and you want to check out any of my book recommendations, I can put the list here. I hope you get to check out some of the books because these books are so great. Especially if you are into romance, self-help, fiction, check them out. Let me know what you think below. If you haven't yet, I'm not going to pressure you, but you can subscribe if you want to. Like, I'm here for you every Sunday. I want to make it every Friday and Sunday or every Tuesday and Sunday. I'm still trying to pick another day. But for now, I'm here for you every Sunday. So if you like what you saw, I'm here for you on Sunday. I'll be back. I'll be back next Sunday too. I hope you have a great day, month, year, life. And I will see you in the next one. Bye. Serle? In 5 Years by Rebecca Serle.